They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Allen. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
On second down, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Watch him now, Marty. Marty. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. A great move by Montgomery. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll get him down right about the 20. It's a safety, Ron Parker, there to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down, Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Flushed out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Running for it, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Lucky 56.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. Their turn. On 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 94 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go now.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. Well, across the NFL, all the byes are done, so the 32 teams have played exactly 12 games. And if you look at the offensive leaders right now, Charles, starting with passing, Ben Roethlisberger at the top, but Patrick Mahomes is right on his heels.
Just 22 yards behind, and he's the guy that everyone is focused in on. He's fun to watch. How about the rest of the top 5? Matt Ryan, Jared Goff, and Aaron Rodgers. The guys toting the ball. Todd Gurley leads with 1,175 yards. Ezekiel Elliott right on his heels as well.
Yeah, those are the 2 1,000-yard rushers right now in the National Football League. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Leopard. Leopard. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Play action. Now Jackson. And the third down pass falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Rolling the dice on 4th, Flacco. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Kansas City coming back out onto the field. Earlier we discussed Mahomes and all of his touchdown passes, 41 of them. But just collectively, they had the open week after the loss. And now they get back on the balance beam. They're 10-2 and rolling again.
And they navigate that balance beam like it is the widest highway you've ever seen, don't they? They walk with confidence across it. 40 points against the Raiders. And how about their schedule? 3 of their last 4 at home. And I am circling when the Chargers come to town in Week 15. A Thursday nighter could be for the division title.
Yeah, the other 3 games, Baltimore, Oakland both at home, at Seattle, second last week of the season.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. On second down, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. A first trip to the red zone for KC. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Mahomes to throw on second down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds. Tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about Young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This will be, 38 yards out. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will make our score 9-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
As Baltimore makes their way back out here on offense, a chance to discuss their 3-game winning streak. Now they're at 7-5. Last week, a 10-point win over the Falcons. All of a sudden, this is looking like a pretty good playoff team.
And how about the rookie quarterback, Lamar Jackson, getting a lot of attention. Won his 3rd straight game, his first on the road, scored their only offensive touchdown, a 13-yard run, which is what he does best. But Baltimore's defense still dominating. How about this? The Ravens finish with a commanding 366 to 131 edge in total yards. It held Atlanta just 2 of 9 in 3rd down situations. That's grounding the high-flying Falcons.
Now, good luck doing that this week as they go to Kansas City. It will be a stiff test.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Go!
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Jackson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there, and it's 3rd and short. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They go pass again with Flacco. And able to find John Brown. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
On the run, it's Ware. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the ground, this is Ware. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's complete to Kelsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Mahomes giving to Ware on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry, what I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? In reply, how you put up with this song and dance, all this buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me. Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil and daddy. Couldn't tell them nothing cause we lost them already.